Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sriparna Saha, and on my YouTube channel today we are going to talk about the lectures on artificial intelligence playlist. In this particular playlist we have already talked about the introduction of the AI, then we have discussed about intelligent agents, then we have talked about how to solve a problem from the AI perspective. Today it's about the search techniques. So let's start the particular video. So the search techniques. So what is a search? So search is what? To find something. Here we will be doing the searches based on the tree concept. So based on the tree, how the extremely sorry, just a second. So how the tree concept, that is in this particular fashion, how the tree is there. So in this way we are going to search and go to our goal node. So suppose it's our goal node. To reach this particular goal node, how to do the search such that we can reach this particular goal node in the minimum time and the minimum path cost. So time and path cost, these are the two important parameter of designing any searching. Okay, so another is the path cost. So time and path cost. Right. So for this type of to design that particular searching, what we need? We need a strategy, right? So by one particular strategy, we can say that this particular search technique has least amount of time or least amount of path, or it can have both, or it can have none. So we need to design different strategies for the searching technique. So our strategy is defined by picking the order of node expansion. So that is the way we are going to expand the nodes. Based on that, strategy is designed. Now to design the search strategy, there are different performance measures are there. That is based on the performance measure, we can say this particular search strategy is better than the others. So there are basically 4 parameters to measure the performance. First one is the completeness. So what is completeness? We need to know that whether the one particular search strategy is able to find a solution or not. If there is one solution, that we know that there is a solution or there is a goal node present, then whether that particular search strategy is able to find the solution or not. So if it is able to find, then we can say that particular search strategy is complete. Another one is time complexity. So the number of nodes generated or number of nodes expanded while reaching to the solution, that gives us the time complexity. And then the space complexity. So that is the maximum number of nodes that need to be stored in the memory at a particular amount of time. Suppose for one search strategy you need to store 100 nodes in the memory, but for another search strategy you need to store only 50 nodes in the memory at a particular time. So then based on the number of nodes, that is the maximum number of nodes you need to store in the memory for doing one particular searching technique, that gives us the space complexity. Then there comes the term optimality. So optimal, as the name suggests, optimal is what? To reach the solution in a least cost way. That is, if the one particular search strategy is able to find the solution or the least cost solution, yes or no. If it can goes to the solution in the minimum amount of time, minimum amount of path, then we can say that particular search strategy is optimal. Now, to measure the time and space complexity, we need to know certain terms. That is, there will be whenever we are going to calculate the time and space complexity for different search strategies, we are going to come up with different variables. So just let me explain the meaning of those variables. The variable B can be the maximum branching factor of a search tree. So if one particular search tree has suppose 3 branches, just a second. So let me just do it. Now, okay, sorry. So it just move. Okay. So suppose this is the This is one particular thing. Suppose you have. So here it can have two branches. So there are two branches are there. So the branching factor is 2, right? So that is each node has 2. That is the maximum number of branches of any node in the tree is 2. Then the branching factor becomes 2. Now suppose there are more than 2, that is suppose there is one particular node has suppose one particular node has 4 branches, then that is the branching factor becomes 4. So that is the maximum branching factor of a search tree. Now there is the term called depth. So what is this? This is defined by the variable d. So that is depth is the least, what is the depth of the least cost solution. So one particular tree can have more than one solution. But what we can do? We can go to the lower depth solution. So that is the depth of least cost solution, that gives us the variable d. Now there is the term called m, that is the maximum depth of the search space. So that is defined by the variable m, that is how deep the total search space is, or how deep the total tree is, that gives us the variable m. This particular variable m can have the value up to infinity. So there are 3 variables b, d and m. Based on that, later on this particular video we are going to explain the time and space complexity for different search strategies. Okay. Now here comes the uniform search strategy. So the name uniform. So uniform means that is that this particular, okay, I'm so sorry, it's not uniform. Sorry, this particular search strategy is uninformed. So uninformed search strategies, this particular uninformed. So as the name suggests, uninformed. So there is the no information is present, right? It's not no information, but we can say it in the another way, that is the less amount of information is present. That is why the name is uninformed. Uninformed strategies use only the information available in the problem definition. So there is the less amount of information present. So these type of strategies are known as uninformed strategies. These are also known as blind searching, that is less amount of information, so it feels like we are searching blindly. We do not have more information about the search space. So that is why these type of search strategies are known as blind searching. There are 4 major type of search techniques that belongs to the uninformed search strategies. Those are breadth first search, depth first search, depth limited search and bidirectional search. Based on the each of the search strategies, we are going to explain you what is called uninformed search strategies. So we are going to discuss all of the search techniques in this particular course or in due time. So next come to how to implement these particular search strategies. Just a second, this particular image has been come up, so just let me just remove it. Okay, so now just okay. So the implementation of these search strategies, we need to know the meaning of 2 terms. One particular term is state, another particular term is node. So state is a representation of a physical configuration, and the node is a data structure constituting part of a search tree that includes state. So it has the state, then the parent node, the action, the path cost and the depth. Based on this, the node is defined. So just have one example. So here you can see this is a state. So state means what? It has this particular configuration or the representation, right? That is in the one corner, that is the left and upper corner, it has the 5 value. then it besides it has the 4 value, then after that it has in the next row it has 618, then in the next row it has 732. These values are there. So this representation is known as a state, right? Now to define one node we need to know the state as well, then we need to know the parent node. That is, earlier to this that blank can be over here. So it could be something like that. That is, suppose the tile was looking something like this particular configuration, suppose 5, then there was the space is there, so space I am marking by cross, then there is this 4 value, then there is this 6, 1, 8, then 7, 3 and 2. Suppose this is the parent. Now from this parent we are moving to this particular child, right? And what is the action we are taking? Action is moving the blank space towards the left side row wise. So if we just move this particular, moving the blank space towards the right side. So this was the blank space. If we move it towards the right side, then we'll come up with this, right? This was the blank space now. So we are moving the blank space towards the right side. So as we are moving the blank space towards the right side, it gives us this particular action, that is moving the blank space towards the right side. So that is now the action. And this was the parent node. This parent node is also a state, right? So this is one state, this is one state. And from this parent node, we are moving to this child node by placing the blank space towards the right side. So that was the action that is defined. And the path cost, so that is the path cost is this particular value I am explaining correctly. Right now the path cost is 1. Why? One particular movement is there. So I am defining the path cost as 1. And the depth. To understand the depth, we need to look into the total tree of that particular. So the total tree, suppose in the 6th position of the depth, that is when the depth value is 6, this particular state is there. So in total, that is the state, parent node, action, path cost and depth. As a whole, this total, that is the node. So node is defined, or it includes state, parent node, action, path cost, that is defined by the gx and the depth. So by which you can define the node. Now you can say that why the g value over here is 6. Why? Actually I am making this as the parent node. But suppose the parent node is 6 distance away. You need to, from this parent node to reach the child node, suppose you need to take 6 actions. Here I have defined only one particular action. Suppose. So here one particular action I have shown you. Now suppose to reach from this parent node to the child node, you need to go for 6 different actions. So then the path cost becomes 6. And this particular path cost value is not dependent on this depth value, or it's not the same thing, right? So depth is how deep the tree is, and the path path cost gx is the how many actions you are taking to reach it. So these are the two different things, right? Now so the node has 5 components as already told you. So what is a state? So by the state you need to understand which state it is in the state space. So what is a state space? As already mentioned, there in the tree it could be, can be a state space. Different nodes are there. And in this state space where one particular state is, that is the state. Now the parent node, that is from which node it is generated. Suppose it is generated from this, so it becomes the parent node. So this is the parent node here, right? Now the action, so that is which action applied to the parent node to generate it. So some action will be applied to the parent node to generate the child node. So that is the action. Now the path cost. So that is the cost Gn from the initial state to the node n itself. So that is the path cost. Now the depth is the number of states along or number of steps along the path from the initial state that defines the depth. So by these five components, node is explained. Now other terminologies are also present. Another terminology is leaf node. So what is a leaf node? Suppose you have one particular tree. So this is one particular tree is suppose. Right? Now in this particular tree, the tree ends in these positions. Okay. So these nodes doesn't have any children. So this node, this node, this node, this node and this node. These nodes doesn't have any children in the tree. So these nodes are the leaf nodes. Similar to on a tree that is in the biology book, that tree you just see. So in that tree there are different branches are there, and the branches are going to end at a leaf, right, at the leaf position, and the leaf from the leaf there are no branches could be possible. So the leaf similar meaning is there, that is the leaf node. Now another terminology is the frontier. So frontier is the set of all leaf nodes available for expansion at any given point. So the leaf node that you have currently, that you are going to expand in the later on, that gives you the frontier. Now the search strategy. Okay, so now for the search strategy there can be different search techniques. Based on the search technique, different way of expansion of the tree can be possible with different search strategies that we are going to talk on in this particular lecture series. Now there is another concept of loopy path. So what is a loopy path? Suppose you have this one particular node. From this is one expansion of the node. Now from these are the expansion of the node. Now this is this thing, right? So there is a loop is formed over here. Just check. So this is known as a loopy path. So this can be another sort of, sorry, just a second. This is not the thing I am explaining you. This can go over here as so. This is going over here. So this is another loop. So this is one, or this total thing can be loop. So these are the loopy path. Now redundant path. So when we are expanding one particular tree, there can be certain paths that we do not require actually. The importance of the path has been lost in due course of time. So those paths belong to the redundant path. Now the explode or closed state. So one particular tree you are expanding. So this is where we are expanding the tree, right? So these particular nodes has already we have checked whether in this particular node there the goal node is present or not. So this particular tree has been explored, or this part of the tree has already been explored. After this there can be other things, but we do not know currently about these things. But we already have explored this part of the tree. So this part of the tree that belongs to the explored or closed state, where we haven't find the goal node yet. So that are the explored or closed state. Now there is one particular search strategy that is the uninformed, and the search strategy can be then informed. So we have already told you that is the uninformed search strategies are also known as blind searching. That is, in this particular search strategies, no information about the number of states are there, and or the path crossed from the current state to the goal state, that hasn't been told to you, and that this particular search has been doing by the blind concept, blind search. So these are the uninformed, and where these information are not present. But suppose these particular information are present to you, then those search techniques with this particular information present, that becomes the informed search technique or heuristic. So these heuristic or informed search techniques, these are the a cleverer strategy that searches towards the goal. These are the based on information from current state so far, right? So more details of this heuristic search technique will be talked to you in the later videos. So these are also part of this particular course. So we are going to discuss them in detail. So currently we are talking about, or you must concentrate on the blind searching, where this information, that is the number of steps and the path cost from the current state to the goal state, that are not available. So these are we are going to talk about, and if those are available, then those become the heuristic or the informed ones. Okay. So these are the different blind strategies or the uninformed search techniques that we are going to talk about. That is the breadth first, bidirectional, depth first, then depth limited, iterative deepening, and uniform cost. Now for the breadth first and the depth first, the step cost is 1. That is, one after one we are moving. So suppose you have this particular tree. So in this particular tree, how we are going to do this searching? That is one after one, right? So this can be breadth way or it can be the depth way, any way it could be. But the step cost, that is from reaching from one parent node to its child node, the step cost value is 1. So these are the step cost 1. But for the uniform cost, the step cost value is greater than 0, but it will be epsilon, any value that is we have assigned that value as c, right? It may not be equal to 1, but it will be greater than 0 obviously, but it's not compulsory the value will be 1 always for the uniform cost. So from the next video we are going to talk about the breadth first strategy, the first searching strategy for the uninformed search technique, right? So up to this particular topic we are going to end this particular video, and I hope you have liked this particular video and happy studying.